Below good game. That was close. Really close. Back into the numbers. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. First things first, I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. We're back within Mythic today, numbered rank, top 1800, with a new deck, kind of blending my last two together. We had mono red burn, we had mono blue tempo. Boom, today we have Izzet tempo, and we are slapping it home. In the video, we're going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies held within, then doing our best to demonstrate this not only against the best decks in the world, but the best players as well. Finally wrapping up with our final thoughts and deck review. So make sure to like the video, show some support, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even become a YouTube member for access to exclusive non-Magic the Gathering arena related content. Until then, let's take a look at the deck. All right, here we are. Izzet tempo, really just taking it home. What a fantastic build. Izzet is the color combination of red and blue. Tempo combines elements of both an aggressive or aggro style deck with some of the controller interaction that a control deck might find, which is really the best of both worlds. This is an Alchemy best of one build with a 1.9 average mana value. That means that we are keeping pace, quick, casting multiple spells per turn very early on within the match. 16 creatures and 24 non-creatures, sitting at only 20 lands? Are you serious, bro? Well, that's because the curve or the average mana value is so light. Not only that, but we have some modal lands in the deck as well, which I always like to mention. First, through Walry's Disruption, this brings us up to 22. It's also acting as a counterspell, which we love. More on that later. And Spikefield Hazard, acting as a little bit of removal, bringing us up to 23. We also have Den of the Bugbear, allowing us to attack with additional creatures. It generates a token, which is nice as well. If we are forced into a situation or, had to deal with a field wipe, things like this, right? We also have the Soaring City as a bounce effect, the Hall of the Storm Giants as a big old 7/7 with Ward 3, and then the Crucible of Defiance giving us 2 1/1 tokens as well, right? So there's a lot of utility within our mana base in the deck. We do have double turn, just if you wanted, a little cherry on top, if you will, through Alchemist Gambit for 3, Sorcery Speed, Cleave for 7. Take an extra turn after this one, and during that turn, damage can't be prevented. That's something people don't think about, I feel like. And at the beginning of the end step, you will lose the game unless you pay the cleave cost. So you pay 3, you get an extra turn, then lose. You need to be taking lethal within that turn, or you pay 7 and you just take a full turn no matter what. We really are just looking to cast this for 3 and closing out the match the turn after, right? The cherry on top, if you will. Kind of the meat and potatoes of the meal here focuses around Delver of Secrets for 1 mana. It's a 1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If it is an instant or sorcery card that you reveal this way, transform it. Now it's a 3/2 with flying for 1 mana. Woof, right? Now that is going to deal an exceptional amount of damage turn by turn by turn and force them to deal with it. We also have the Frenzied Geist Blaster in here as a 2-drop creature, a 2/2 with prowess. So whenever we cast a non-creature spell, the Geist Blaster will receive +1/+1, making it, again, a formidable creature to have in play turn after turn after turn, as the majority of our deck is non-creature based. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if there are 20 or more instant and or sorcery cards from among cards in your graveyard, hand, and library, you may discard a card. If you do seek an instant or sorcery card, this is absolutely fantastic. Discard anything, draw a spell. Beautiful. We cannot get enough of this effect, whether you have too many land in hand or you just are going to toss a spell and cast it later from the grave, because that is a definite option for us. Through a few things, the first being the Bloodthirsty Adversary for 2. It's a 2/2 with haste. When it enters play, you may pay 3 any number of times, putting that many counters on it. You may also cast that many 3 mana value or less instant and sorceries from the grave for frizzy. And that's really, really quite nice, because we can cast the things that we've discarded with the Geist Blaster from the grave for free without really actually losing any value, which is nice, while, drawing a card. So you're actually gaining value through that playline potentially. Some of the things that we love to be recasting from the grave: Molten Impact. Now, this is a new card that is well worth your wild cards if you're really conservative about it, if you love to play red or Izzet-based decks. Molten Impact for 2 sorcery speed, dealing 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If excess damage is dealt this way, whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, it'll deal damage equal to the excess to target creature or planeswalker. If you can just start chaining this from the grave over and over, that's very good value because it's potentially 2-for-1 mana value, as you can remove 2 creatures with 1 card as it's triggered through the next card. And if you just do this a bunch, there's no way that you don't come out ahead, especially when you're taking that draw with the Geist Blaster, casting things from the grave. It all adds up in our favor. Speaking of adding up value in our favor, the climax is Futuristic Spell Thief for 3, a 3/2 with Flash, which is fantastic. Whenever it enters the battlefield, conjure a duplicate of a card into your hand. This is great. So something that's on the stack, right? Something goes on the stack, you cast the Spell Thief, you pick the thing on the stack, you grab it into your hand, a copy of it anyways, and then you can spend mana as though it were any color to cast that spell. Whether you're doing it on your own spells for additional value, or grabbing something of your opponent's, it's just not only a ton of fun, but a very powerful card as well. So that's kind of what we have in the deck as our creature base, building around that with a ton of additional removal and interaction. The first we should talk about is the Electrostatic Blast, one of my favorite cards in the build. Instant speed for 2, dealing 2 damage to any target, and then when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, exile the top 3 cards of your library, and you may play one of those cards until the end of turn. You know, that's just going to keep stringing us through our deck, which is really, really nice, right? We have Fading Hope. Return target creature to its owner's hand for 1 mana at instant speed. If its value is 3 or less, scry 1. Whether we're protecting our own creatures, the Bloodthirsty is one of the most important to protect because it'll allow us to recast from the grave again. Not bad if we're going to bounce our own creatures. But again, primarily opening up the attack lanes, right? Bouncing our opponent's creatures so we can make sure that we're putting in combat damage all of the time. Play with fire, 2 damage to any target. If a player is dealt damage this way, scry 1 for 1 at instant speed. You know, just doing some damage, right? Spikefield Hazard, we talked about this through the land. It deals 1 damage to any target, and if it would die, exile it instead, which is very important in many matchups, as there's a lot of graveyard recursion in the meta. March of Swirling Mist for 1+ X at instant speed, and as an additional cost to cast the spell, you may exile any number of blue cards from your hand. This spell will cost 2 less to cast for each exiled card. X target creatures phase out. So again, whether you're protecting your own creatures against a field wipe, some sort of interaction, or opening up the attack lanes by phasing out your opponent's creatures, both ways are absolutely beautiful. We talked about the impact. We talked about the blast. Warrior's Disruption, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 on the backside of the ruins. 4 copies of Divide by 0 at instant speed to return target spell with permanent mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand if that's mana value is 4 or less learned. So this is the modified version of the card. It's banned in Standard, but in Alchemy it's been modified so that you only learn if the mana value was 4 or less. We have the learn board here. Transformation, Sciences, Archaic, Scratch, Anatomy, Prophecy, Exhibition. Dealer's choice. I mean, it's not that important. We're not relying on it in any way, shape, or form. And many times, if your hand is less than ideal, or if you have the ability to cast from the grave, you may just want to, like the Geist Blaster, discard a card from your hand and take a draw. That's definitely an option as well. And then we talked about the Alchemist. So that is the deck. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Pathways here for consistency. We also don't have the dual lands, question mark? I guess not, because it's a tempo deck. I guess we're looking to go fast. We don't ever want to play a tapped land, so we don't include them in the build. I guess that's how you mitigate this, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'd rather the creature lands, and we don't want too many slow lands in the build. That's the deck. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. We're tearing it up back into the top 1800, which is nice throughout the process. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, things like this. And let's get into our first match. On the draw. Never great, but let's make it work, people. We have some land. Ooh. A Drugengard. whenever you cast, so we played the wrong land. Did I actually click the blue side of that? I knew we were meaning to shock it the whole time. Okay, so we can bounce it. And then shock it? Honestly, I meant to play the red land there. Play the Delver and then shock this Dragon's Guard. I don't know what just happened to me. Does anyone else smell toast? Honestly, I think I just had a stroke. Hashtag Omega Oof, no blocks. Totes my bad. The entertainment value that you show up for, right? Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, 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 alright. They want to hold up that protection, I understand. They're gonna need some life gain is what they're gonna need. I'm taking it now. Oh, there's no protection. I was worried about a snakeskin. I was worried about a tomato safekeeping. Even a wild shape was on my mind. Woof. Get Blizzard Brawled, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here, Magecraft attack. Blizzard Brawl removal. Keep lacing in the heaters, right? Potentially lethal next turn with the 2 aberrations and the adversary. Wondering why our land's lit up there. Like, that's weird. Must be a visual bug, hey? So they've got vigilance. We don't like that. Get out of here. We're doing 6. Nothing does 2 damage for us. For 2 mana. Well, that'll do it. Bandit Anatomy. FTWs. I think we just have it. They know we just have it. You know, wondering, there's a world in which there's interaction, but I think we're fine. It's a cool visual bug though, right? So we won't tell the creators of the game about it. We'll leave it because we like it. On the draw, hand is slow, but we have value. There's decent value. Boop. Should have played Blue Source, and they would have been more upset with us. Anvil! That's a good card, hey? Looking for a field wipe, I guess. I don't feel like this is going to be important in this matchup. That might be better. I take the scry. And there's removal. This Voltaic Surge is so freaking good, Randy. I think it's fairly important to play on 4 next turn. If we can save that Bloodthirsty for later, that's good too. Ideally, we don't Electrostatic till 5, but... let's just take it. Let's just take it! Dispute on the Anvil. Now this is an interesting bank. Shout out to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't mind it. I mean, that's fine. We have built up damage to the side. Tempo in play. They've got a big hand all of a sudden, though. Big hand, baby. Let's go. Oh. The 3 damage would trigger on my own creature. That's not good. I don't think you can decline it. It would just kill our Bloodthirsty. That's totally my brushstroke. Well, it's our brushstroke. We can share it. Just rips in half. You're gonna go into our graveyard, or what's going on here? Thank you. The bummer is that we still have to play ours, right? Ooh. Don't mind if I do, Hugh. Don't mind if I do. Balasto. We protect our creature while simultaneously removing theirs? That's fantastic. I mean, they dispute it, whatever. Wonder how much they appreciate this. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Hopefully we can beat them with their own card. That would be so cool. We can dream, right? Electrostatic from the grave with Bloodthirsty. And then we can hopefully get some draw going. I'm honestly interested. I don't have super high hopes for this matchup. That's really good. Before we play the second Blood Artist, right? And it also stops a lot of our attack power. We don't mind this whatsoever. That's really good. Unfortunately, there's 0/1, so there's no attack and turn. So blood token triggers the brush stroke. We're down to 20. God forbid. Ending our turn there, upkeep, draw step, main phase. Deadly Dispute on the Synthesizer. Exiling the top card, they may play it this turn. They also draw 2, make a treasure. We lose 1 life here, they make a blood token. Down to 19. They have 5 mana up. Do the treasure. Let's blast the creature with the artist in play. They take theirs back, which is upsetting to me. How dare they? What if we snagged it from them again? That would be fantastic. Unfortunately not. But they're tapped here, which is great. Kind of a bummer the way the land worked out, but it is what it is. In turn, we can wait. Cycle these, it's 2 additional damage. Right? Oh, actually, it would be 4 additional damage because it stacks. You jerk! Let's see if we can find protection. Oh, and of course... Can we cancel this? Yes. Tap the red source. I might need that blue source for a march. Which we will not be able to cast, actually. Well, yeah. I guess it's dead. We should have kept the... Well, Fading Hope. Fading Hope is good here. I'd rather save my Bloodthirsty. We do get the march. How did I mess that up? Shoot! Dang it! So close yet so far. I mean, it's an easy draw on the Static Blast. 1 card away, hey? What a bummer. Okay, they can gain life here. It's not great. Is it comeback of the year? Take our turn. We get the draw here, which is nice. 4 lands off the top. Deadly. Oh, that's deadly, eh, bro? We discard the Defiance, make the tokens, or we keep the Den because we don't have that yet. One damage now or later. I think we take the later. 4 lands. Oh my lord. Nice. At least they're out of the way, right? One on the bottom and then a bunch in exile. The blood token is really good here for them. I think they're gonna turn this around on us. Oh, stop it. Beautiful. So good. We should have taken the damage then. Really? That's our 6th land in a row. They just interrupt it. It's not ideal. I know that much. So many lands. How about invoke Calamity? Know what I mean? I think, you know, just go for it. Try to push the agenda as hard as we can. They're losing their land for our land. Makes sense. Still a technical 2-for-1 for us. It's not great, but they're there. Come on, invoke Calamity. You can do it. For 5, and then they have the anvil still. Hashtag yikes. It's basically a land, you know what I mean? Good lord. Good lord. Have mercy. I mean, we can just hold it. And they continue to gain value. Holding on to the hazard in case there's a blast off the top. Graveyard. There is Electrostatic Blasts that we can take advantage of. One of them anyways. Six, 7 damage. Man, they're getting there. We top deck another land, that's game. Oh, stop it. You stop it. Let's life gain through the fountain or the brushstroke if they need. Yep. It's a good get. And just like that, they've turned it around. 3 blockers. Good game. On the draw, how could that be a bad thing? The Groves for double land. Nice. I wish. I wish. Taking 1 damage. Grab Scry, Mist can go. It's a hard call. Looks like they're gonna have a pretty sturdy field state, though. Let's just take it now before green mana is untapped. 1 clue token, please. They take their turn off to draw a land. I assume they don't get it. Wow. Red source in play. Geist Blaster out. Discard the land. Interesting. We're only at 4 mana. And we're nowhere near taking lethal the turn after this, so the Gambit is... well, it's useless. They investigate again for a land. There it is. Here's a Collector. We let it hit. They're tapped. Our turn. Hope. The Collector, that triggers the Blast, and the Geist Blaster. Well, both blasts, I guess. Land can go. Smash. 2, take the Scry. Impact can stay, because we know they have that creature. Hit for 4. Here's the 3rd red source. Again, nowhere near lethal, so Gambit stays. Card. We slay the Tainted. Take our prowess. They investigate. Creature goes back to the library. Hit for 3. Blocks. Creature to the library. They investigate twice. Oh, and it only triggers once, though, even though it was on there twice. Ah, that's not good.
Envy the strong, for they consume the weak. My will cannot be denied.
That's not good. Nice. We're gonna make them toss their own City Stalker, because I don't want to lose the Gambit. Down to 11, that's surprisingly helpful. No blocks. Down to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This works. This works, Randy. See you later, City Stalker. See you later, Spider.
I will cull the weak. A gift in exchange for loyalty.
We have 9 damage right here. Take Loth out. Come on, let's be serious, right? Down to 5. Watch us top deck 2 damage. No! Right? We have 1 damage as well. And a double turn, but I think they're about to wipe the field. Because why would you attack unless you're meat hooking? Meat hook on the way! Jerk. Oh, gaining 3 life. We call it the cheat hook. That is exactly what it is. Pass turn. We can do this on their turn, and then that 1 damage has a chance to hit a creature. Well, not that one. Ouch. Remember that 2 damage? But they would have meat hooked before that, I think. I don't know. Did we mess up by not just going to the face with all 9 damage and then top decking 2 damage like we said? But I think that meat hook hit us immediately, right? We would have still been 3 away. I'm declining the heck out of this. Good thing it's not an auto trigger. How brave are we? Not that brave. We would need an absolute god draw. You know what I mean? Maybe we can flip the Delver and that'll be 3 damage and really help us out. Because if it can flip and we take a turn, that's 6. And we'd get the draw for 2 additional damage. Maybe, I don't know. Let's try our best. Could also try it now. Pull a shock. Hit for 2 down to 6. Take our turn. Flip it to a 3. They're down to 3. And top deck something to deal 3 damage? I don't think so. Don't think so. Save the artifacts. Do a little drawing. Why would they want to discard this? And not just take the draw? Well, I guess it's cheaper. Oh! Bully! Ouch. Again, you know, here's some life for them. Damage to us, down to 5. So close, yes, so far away. That's fine, but like, whatever. Well, we're dead unless we take it. We'll have to top deck like a complete god. I'll just show them what I had, right? I'll be a gentleman. We lose the game here. We could have copied it, but there's no mana to play it, so whatever. That was really, really close. On the draw, hand is alright. I wish you could flip these while they're in hand. If you could flip the pathways in hand, that'd be really cool. Get them ready for what you want them to play as. Might toss a land with the blaster, I don't know. Just take care of it. For 3, we retain quite a bit of value through the... Oh, and it's a good thing we did, or they would have went to 3s. You dirty dog. 2 Moth Riders opening hand? Like it. I'm gonna bounce it, take the draw through the blast. Play from over here. Blue out, frenzy out. Toss a land. Hit for 3, let's go. Oh! Bully. The cheat hook. Even in a creature-based deck. Get wrecked, streamer. Toss the land. There's protection, at least. A very annoying card. Take our turn. Hope it away. Land can go. Hit for 3. Missed out. Sorry, Geist Blaster out. Fine. I'm totally okay with those cards. What? Yeah, you do that, bro. Ouch. We don't even get the prowess off of it. Well, I mean, we do here, but... They quit, though. They rage quit, because the cheat hook doesn't work, and they're just used to it working. How do you leave this match? Like, who leaves this match? I have no cards in hand. They have the cheat hook and the announcement in play with the Moth Rider in hand. Don't let frustration get the better of you. The draw! Hopefully it's a creature-based deck, because I don't want these impacts to be worthless. Hashtag exiled, no treasure for you! It's just something I'll do. I don't want them to ramp. I don't want them to have a sacrifice target. Know what I mean? Nah, I mean. Get blasted. Patty's shotgun. I don't want to Spell Thief their next play. That's the play. It is the play. Because we can impact it and then hit. And it just discards itself. Oh, it's the play. Now we Molten Impact successfully. Drawing the cards, yeah? Aw, cards we can't play. Molten Impact Auto Tapper has screwed me. We double tapped red there, we could have played one of those Delvers and been way cooler. Oh! Or just held up our Walrus Disruption.
I'm hungry. Won't you? I will get what I want.
Gotcha.
You win this round, but I'll be waiting for
Not looking too bad. I mean, we've dealt with... Not that. Not dealt with that. Whatever. Another cheat hook. Haven't seen that card before. I'm gonna toss Walrus Disruption. Too slow. I don't mind the Molten Impact, but it's not an Invoke Calamity, you know what I mean? I just can't get rid of this card! I think that's gotta be all 4 copies. 1, 2, 3, 1 in hand, yeah. Shuffler's fine. They're gonna bring out that death touch, right? We don't like that. They take the copy from our graveyard. Class act. They're gonna take one of the Geists. It happens. Down to 8. Oh, 9. Never mind. Freaking Meat Hook. What a fantastic card. You know, when I start complaining about a card, it's really, really good. It's so hard to beat. That's what I mean, like, just up to 10, right? Goodness gracious. It's not gonna get the job done on anything. Trying to draw and invoke Calamity. There's no point, just let him have it. Yep. Down to 15. Still up by 5. So, thankfully, this is only going to deal 2 damage to us. Because there's no other target for it. We survive it, we survive it. Let's hit for 3. Now, ideally, they don't have any removal. Just... Oh my gosh. How many times does that get pumped up? Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. They cannot block. This does nothing for us. Let's think about this. So we should discard this. So we have 1, 2 to phase out. And that's going to hold up 1, 2, 5 mana. Yeah, no, that's what we do. Draw some damage. No! And we would only be able to cast it for 2 if we take it. It's still the play. Oh no, we can't. It taps our blue mana. What am I doing? Oh, but we can cast it for any mana. Yes, that's what... I was like, wait a minute, I thought I had this figured out. So potentially, this is it. We can protect our creature if they have removal. What a top deck. What an absolute legendary top deck. This forces our hand. These can't block. They're dealing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Plus the land. So we can't block the land. So that's... Oh my gosh, this is bad. This is really bad. And we have to do it now. This actually hurts. I think they have lethal. Because they activate the land still, right? I mean, we could block 2 of the damage. They're into attack. Oh my gosh. This is only 12 damage. Right? 8 and then 4. We survive with 3. And we have double attackers. The Tainted Adversary remains phased out. They only have 1 blocker through the Hive. And we get a Fading Hope to boot. To boot, skis! Is this non-land? No, just creature. Below, good game. That was close. Really close. Back into the numbers. Peasy, lemon, squeezy. Izzet Tempo is truly the deck for me right now. I love the mono red burn, having a fantastic time with it. Loving the mono blue tempo. Again, really, really decent. But when we fuse the two together, oh my gosh, I don't even know what's happening to me anymore. Things I wish were in the deck that did not perform as well as I would have liked is the Smoldering Dragon Egg, right? You'll see it's not in here. It was in our first iteration of the build. However, it's too slow. We want to be winning matches by the time it flips. It's definitely something that you could put in the sideboard and play within best of 3. But as far as a 2-drop creature, the Bloodthirsty Adversary is much more valuable as well as the Geist Blaster, and they just happen to work together very nicely. But again, you know, different play styles potentially, but I just didn't feel the need for it, and I liked the tempo that these two creatures provided to the match. It's a little bit faster in my opinion. Of course, always open to your guys' comments, and I'm sure the rest of the community gets a kick out of it as well, right? You know, we're all learning at different places, so, you know, any insight is always good. So, thank you so much. That's the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, stuff like this. Support the channel, you guys. It's hard work, new decks every day. Most importantly, have a magical rest of your day, no matter where you're at, what time it is, and we'll see you soon in the next.